If you truly want to change your life, now is the moment to act. The longer you wait, the further you fall behind. Success is here, right in front of you, but only those who take the first step move forward. It won't be easy, but nothing can stand in your way if you believe in yourself and keep pushing. Every small step leads to bigger results. This is your chance. Don't wait any longer. This journey leads to freedom, financial independence, and true success. You're taking the first step. Don't look back. You will move forward. You will fight, and you will achieve your goals, because now is when everything changes. In every business model I analyze, I also reveal the negative aspects at the end, so you can make the right choice. Search YouTube all you want. Almost no one talks about the downsides. They only show the good sides to manipulate you. You're not here by accident. You were meant to hear this. Success doesn't wait, and neither should you. Subscribe now and start your journey with me, because you will improve your success mind in this channel. Introduction and key categories for evaluating business ideas. In this video, I'm going to break down 6 business ideas that can take you from zero to success. And we're going to do this in a very specific way, by evaluating each idea based on 6 key categories that I believe are absolutely essential for success. What you're about to hear isn't just random advice you find anywhere. These are business ideas I've personally tested and turned into successful ventures. I know what works because I've been through the struggles and learned from my mistakes. I'm giving you not just ideas, but a roadmap to success with real-world examples, insights, and actionable tips. You'll learn how to get started today, avoid common mistakes, and build a profitable business. This isn't theory, this is proven success, and I'm here to show you how to achieve it. Time to profit. How quickly can you start earning? How steep is the learning process? Deliver. What's the effort required to actually deliver the service or product? Is it scalable or easy to manage? Gain growth potential. Can you grow this business without adding extra work? Or will you be stuck at a certain income level? 4, initial investment. How much money will you need to invest up front? Can you start small? 5, competing also risks. What's the potential downside? How much can you lose if things don't go as planned? 6, negative aspect of this business. Every business has its challenges. I'll be upfront about what to watch out for so you can make an informed decision. I'll show you the true potential of each of these businesses, and at the end, I'll reveal my personal favorite, the one I believe has the most promise, especially for anyone starting out with a limited budget. So stay tuned till the end, and let's dive in with the first idea. You won't want to miss it. Business idea 1, real estate arbitrage. All right, let's jump straight into it with real estate arbitrage, a method that's been gaining a lot of traction recently, and for good reason. So here's how we're going to evaluate it, following the 6 categories we discussed earlier. I'll tell you all the pros and cons so you know exactly what you're getting into. Number 1, time to profit. When it comes to learning how real estate arbitrage works, I'd rate it as a medium time to profit. Here's the thing. It's not something that you'll be able to figure out overnight, but it's not rocket science either. The basics of renting a property long-term and then renting it short-term on Airbnb are simple enough, but the real trick lies in finding the right property, negotiating with landlords, and managing the property effectively. You'll need to understand the local rental laws, the Airbnb platform, pricing strategies, and marketing your listing effectively. But with platforms like AirDNA, which can help you find profitable rental properties, and guides on how to manage your Airbnb efficiently, you can get up and running fairly quickly. I'd say you can expect to get comfortable within 2 to 3 months. 2, effort to deliver. Here's where it gets interesting. Fulfillment is moderate. The concept sounds simple. Find a property, list it on Airbnb, and let the money roll in. However, it's not always that straightforward. You have to manage guests, cleaning, check-ins, and other details. While you're not technically running a hotel, you still need to provide a guest experience, and that takes effort. Luckily, there are platforms like Guesty or Hostfully that can help automate many of these tasks, like managing bookings and communication with guests. But you still need to be actively involved. Don't expect to set it up and forget it entirely. It's more passive than traditional property management, but it's not hands-off by any means. 3, growth potential. Now, when we talk about growth potential, this business really shines. Once you've learned the ropes, scaling Airbnb arbitrage is extremely powerful. You can add as many properties as you can manage, and since you're not the owner, your capital investment is relatively low. If you can manage 3 to 5 properties efficiently, you can make a significant income with a relatively small investment. This scalability is massive. Unlike a traditional real estate business, you're not tied down to buying properties with huge upfront costs. Instead, you're renting and leveraging other people's properties. So the more properties you can manage, the higher your potential earnings. 4. Initial investment. Airbnb arbitrage requires moderate initial investment. To get started, you'll need some money for securing a lease, furnishing the property, and handling initial costs like cleaning, utilities, and Airbnb fees. Depending on the location and the size of the property, you might need anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000 to get started. But here's the kicker. You don't need to actually buy the property. You can start with a single unit, then gradually scale up as you learn the ins and outs of the business. The startup capital for Airbnb arbitrage is a lot less than traditional real estate investing, but it's still a commitment. 5. Potential risks. The potential risks of Airbnb arbitrage is moderate to high. There are several risks to keep in mind. First, you are renting properties long-term and then listing them short-term. This means you're responsible for paying rent even if you don't have guests. This is where things can get tricky. If the market takes a downturn, or if you can't keep the property rented, you're still on the hook for the lease. Additionally, there's always the possibility that the landlord might not renew the lease or might raise the rent, which could significantly eat into your profits. There are also regulations and laws regarding short-term rentals that vary by location, so you have to be vigilant in ensuring you're in compliance with local laws. However, if done right and with the right strategy, the income from Airbnb arbitrage can be predictable and lucrative, but it does come with risks that you'll need to manage carefully. 6. Negative aspect of this business. The biggest downside to Airbnb arbitrage, the management and time commitment. Even though it's more passive than other types of real estate, it's still a lot of work. You'll need to stay on top of guest communication, maintenance, cleaning schedules, and general property management. This can be exhausting, especially if you're juggling multiple properties. Also, like I mentioned, there's always the risk of a landlord deciding they don't want to rent to you anymore, and that could throw a wrench in your plans. If you're not careful with your contracts and negotiations, that's a risk you need to consider. Conclusion on Airbnb arbitrage. In conclusion, Airbnb arbitrage can be a very profitable business model if you have the time and effort to put into it. With a moderate investment and a solid strategy, you can create a scalable, lucrative business. But it does come with its share of challenges, particularly when it comes to property management and risk factors. But don't worry, we're just getting started, and the next idea is just as exciting. Stick with me because I've got something incredible coming up next. So that's the truth about real estate arbitrage. Powerful, profitable, but not without its challenges. But here's the thing, this is only the beginning. In the next video, I'll reveal methods that are even more accessible, faster to start, and with massive growth potential. If you think this was interesting, wait until you see what's coming next, because this 6 business methods was divided into 4 parts video as a playlist. It might just change everything for you. Don't miss it.